Hi, let's talk about Conan the Barbarian Omnibus Volume 5. This is reprinting Marvel Comics from that classic era of Conan comics. This is being put out, of course, by Titan Comics. Titan is reprinting what Marvel had put out before with their Marvel Omnibuses. I missed out on those, but I'm getting these. So here is, I think, one of the direct market covers. This is reprinting the king size annual King of the Forgotten People. Here is the spine, and here is the back with all the Conan comics. I love when they do this. You know, showing all the covers and all that. This is collecting Conan the Barbarian 116 to 149 and annual 6 to 7, and Conan of the Isles, which was called a graphic novel. It was basically the size of one of their Marvel Super Specials, but they called them graphic novels because it's one story and everything. So here's the inside of the dust jacket, Conan the Wanderer. Let's take this off. Here's the actual cover, the actual spine, and here is the dust jacket, and here is the back with the creators. Take a look at this without the dust jacket because it just gets in the way. Alright, let's dig into Conan the Barbarian, the original comics Omnibus Volume 5, put out by Titan Comics. This retails for $150 US and $195 Canadian and $125 UK. So here you've got all the different comics here. All the different stories, great stuff, and they list the years and everything too for you. 1980 through 1983. Here's J.M. DeMatteis talking about his time on Conan. More from, so these are from previous reprints. This is 2008 again. 2009, yeah. So, I mean, these are from previous collections. I own some of these collections, and it's cool to have all of them consolidated in here for the comics that they're talking about, which are in this tome, so that's great. Bruce Jones, and talking about the Comic Code Authority and flirtations with that through Conan. Macabre Reader, that's awesome. This is from 2020. Here's more. This is Roy Thomas. And here's a map. And here, okay, so 116. Crawler in the Mist is one of, I think, 4 or 5 stories that was taken for the Power Records. I remember this from the Power Record book. So Power Records, of course, if you're of a certain age, you remember that it was a book and record set collection where you could buy a record and it came with a comic like this, and you read along with the record, and the record was a dramatization of all this stuff. So yes, somewhere out there on YouTube perhaps is an audio drama of all this awesomeness. Pretty cool stuff, and they used all this art for the comic that came with it as well. I remember this very well. In the early days of the internet, I never had the Power Record itself. Power Records for Conan are hard to find. I have other ones like Planet of the Apes and stuff. So here's 117. So look, Conan the Barbarian comics were awesome. They were violent in their own right. I know people always talk about Savage Sword of Conan, and I had more nudity and gore, I guess, but these were pretty good in their own right. Here's a Mighty Marvel checklist, and so you get these Hyborian pages too. And here you go with more Conan fighting monsters. I'll speed through some of this stuff. Excellent art. Yeah, and their credit to Robert E. Howard is featuring the hero created by Robert E. Howard. And he's the artist. John Buscema is the artist. And storyteller, which means he laid it all out. All paneled and everything. Here's a sorcerer. This is just still John Buscema. That's a classic cover. I think I have the shirt of this one. So this is 124. I have the t-shirt for this. Who is the artist now? It's John Buscema still. DeMatteis and Buscema. Lots of slugs in this this omnibus. Which story is this? This is The Blood Red Eye of Truth. Hey there, remember last time we promised to print the names and addresses of everyone who entered the Mighty Marvel Win Yourself Some Big Bucks contest? Yeah, I don't know what this contest was, but here are the names again reprinted in 2025. I guess that's what happens. I mean, it's cool they're able to print these with the names and addresses of the time. Pretty neat stuff. All the letters and things. 128. This is Kane as artist. Gil Kane, I'm assuming. There's more sorcerers. Conan hates sorcerers. Here are these guys coming out of the lake. Lots of blazing art. Pretty cool stuff. All of this, of course, is recolored and sharpened. Here's a giant bird. Basically a rock from the Sinbad stories. Here's 133. This is Gil Kane as pencils, Bruce Jones scripting. Just zooming past all this stuff. This guy's encased in webbing because of all these spiders. That's crazy. Oh, look at this guy. Here he is again. 144. This is John Buscema's back, and Bruce Jones is writing. It's like eating this guy. See, like, there's violence, man. What is he, like, spitting out blood? What's going on here? Oh, no, it's fire. It's fire. All these guys got roasted. The big polar bear. This is Richard Howell on pencils. Alan Zelnitz is scripter. And all the women want Conan. That's just the rule. Look at all these creatures. Conan's got a very cartoon outfit here. He's always wearing shirts and things in that cartoon. And the toy line as well. I remember, like, Ninja Conan. Look at this guy. Whoosh, gets a sword right through the head. King of the Forgotten People. So, King Size Annual 6 is the cover that I got for this. This is Joe Rosen as letterer. So, oh yeah, Gil Kane as artist and Roy Thomas as writer. Roy Thomas is back. And this is Conan of the Isles. So, sorry. Let me just go double back here. I think this is King Size Annual still. I could be mistaken. Okay. Okay, so King Size Annual 7. Which is probably reprints. Yeah. Okay. So Conan of the Isles, this was billed as a graphic novel, great painted cover. And it's John Buscema and Roy Thomas back together. And it's one big story. Pretty cool stuff. I don't think I have this one. I think I've seen it around. I can get it. So all this is one big adventure. Pretty cool. And this is the end of it. And all the cross-sell that they had at the time. And more features at the end, including original art pages. There you have it. So that is Conan, the original comics Omnibus, Volume 5. Hope you enjoyed going through this with me. If you like what you saw, please give a like to this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Lots of great comic book stuff on here. So until next time, take care.